Grand Enchantment Trail day 35, and this has been a tough morning to get up. I've been laying in my sleeping bag for a while. I'm out of it now and I'm really upset. But today is going to start out with that workaround for Monticello Box, where you connect these parallel four-wheel drive roads by going down into these gully canyons and then steep back up. So I've got several miles of that today. It wasn't really inspiring to get up. That's going to lead me to Apache Kid Wilderness, where people are having troubles with the trail, which also does not inspire you to kick off the sleeping bag. What I really should be doing is maximizing the daylight, just seeing how much I can get done so that I can get to my next resupply town in time. But it's cold. It's cold, and then you're not starting out with anything fun, so been a little tough. Up. I hit the top of the up, despite my complaining, but I am rewarded with this gorgeous, gorgeous morning light. Let me turn around and show you it on the mountains over here. Oh, these are the mountains I'm headed to, and then these are the mountains I came from over here in the morning light. I'm on my cross-country section. They said there would be a stock path here to lead me. There's no stock path, so I just gotta kind of figure out where I'm going and then create my own stock path. Right when I say that a stock path emerges, it wasn't there already. Stock paths do change though, so you can't always rely on them being there, a decade later. And then here's the down to complement my up. There's going to be a whole bunch of these. Taking a look here at my next challenge. Down there is Kelly Canyon. So I'm going to be walking this ridge for a while. This ridge is also cross country, but hopefully it leads to a shallower dip in Kelly Canyon. So starting my descent into the Kelly drainage. The descent doesn't look so bad. It's just the ascent on the other side that looks like a nightmare. I'm taking a break partway up the other side of Kelly Canyon. There's a little tiny flatter spot with a tree and shade, so I stopped here. But you can see how rugged Kelly Canyon is. The notes do warn not to try to cut through earlier than we did, because it's just sheer cliffs. But it mellows out a little bit over here. The side I'm on mellows out for a second and then gets steep again. Getting close to finishing the climb, but I just wanted to point out there's a great view of Monticello Box here. Let me zoom in. It's that green down there. You can also see there is a ranch house right there. There's a road leading to it. That does look really cool. It's too bad that it's all the property issues. Okay, so I just have to make it to the top of the ridge. I'm almost done. Then it's four-wheel drive and connect four-wheel drive and connect four-wheel drive again. I also want to mention I keep seeing these all over the place. I can't figure out if they're prairie dog burrows or burrowing owl holes, but each of them usually has a couple of little trails coming out, like they're saying that take the same path every day. Alright, roads. I'm usually not excited for roads, but after tiptoeing through steep hills of cross country, you appreciate feeling like you're going somewhere. So I think I've got roads connecting me all the way to Apache Kid Wilderness, which I'm pretty sure is this just behemoth right there. People have been having trouble with Apache Kid Wilderness. Apparently the trails are in horrible condition. A lot of deadfalls, overgrown, and non-existent in some parts was the note. This little fellow. Look at how beautiful he is. That is a horned lizard, horny toad, and he thinks he is camouflaged right now. And I almost stepped on him. So, back to a normal zoom here. I am going to step around him and keep heading up. I'm pretty close to the junction where I leave this road and turn towards the Apache Kid Wilderness. Highly anticipated Apache Kid Wilderness. I hear it is a butt kicker and to expect low mile days. I just had to point this out because it's funny. Technically not inside the Apache Kid Wilderness yet, but I am where the trail starts, and it is in a private inn holding. And I know a lot of the trail in the wilderness is not great, but here they made sure you follow the right path. You got the arrow rocks and the big old cairns that I can see several cairns off. So I didn't see a sign for it, but I have officially entered the wilderness area. A trail definitely deteriorated for a little bit. It's back now, but there's a whole bunch of blowdowns. But I have to say, this place, it's hard to see through the trees, is really, really impressive, especially coming up through. So Apache Kid's an actual person. Kind of noteworthy. Trying to find the trail here. Should get a wide zoom. Kind of noteworthy in the Apache settlers disputes. Actually, if you remember the Safford-Morenci Trail, there's that awful saddle that I had to go up as a really high saddle, Bellmeyer saddle. Apache Kid may have been the one who murdered or killed Bellmeyer, like at that saddle. And Apache Kid himself was killed in this mountain range and is buried here. So hence Apache Kid Wilderness. You can see I'm much higher up in elevation now, and you can get a little bit more of an idea of the grandeur. So let me just slowly spin around. There's a lot of like really cool cliffs and such. It's very, very rugged. These trails are a little steeper than I would like, but at least I can see them so far. I think that luck runs out after a while. Okay. Alright, I just finished my first big climb at about 9,500 feet. It is going to be a cold night. I just set up on the saddle, kind of in this clearing here. It does have a fire pit, but there aren't a whole lot of flat spots or kind of healthier trees. So you see around here, there's a fire that went through in like 3 years ago. So it's a couple healthy trees, but there's a whole bunch of not healthy trees. And so I'd be very diligent with my campsite. Supposedly there's also ruins of an old homestead cabin up here, the Meyer cabin. Could be this. It is just supposed to be ruins. I mean, that does look a little weird. It is supposed to be ruins, and there have been fires and flooding and stuff that's come through here. So I don't know. If I had to guess, it would be that, because it does not look, it looks man-made to me. So tomorrow I'm going to be doing more of Apache Kid Wilderness. I have like 17 more miles of it, and based on what people have said, I probably will not make it to the end. I only did 15 today, and I had some roads. So that's the challenge tomorrow, is just some steep terrain and seeing how far I can get through this wilderness.